So to me, Avengers Infinity War is my personal favorite of the entire MCU. And this exact scene, Doctor Strange fighting Thanos with all his magical powers, I was just having goosebumps watching it. Everybody was clapping, cheering throughout the entire scene. That was truly epic and unforgettable. Then I started looking for the OG Hot Toys Doctor Strange. Don't get me wrong, I love the first Doctor Strange movie, but just not enough to make me wanna have him in my collection. Not long after the Infinity War released at the theaters, the OG went up in price like crazy. At some point, it was sold for double or triple the original price. Then boom, the new Infinity War version was announced by Hot Toys. And it was an instant pre-order for many collectors, me included. And I love both versions, but eventually I sold the OG and kept these Infinity War versions. But last year, Hot Toys just released Doctor Strange from the Multiverse of Madness. I just love the darker and kinda horror version of the movie, and of course Evil Wanda was something else. So let's do the unboxing, and later you will see the comparison of those three versions. And let's see which one is worth keeping in the collection. It's David here, and welcome back to the channel SOS Collector, and let's get to it. We got the standard Hot Toys art box, but I like what they did with the glossy shattered mirror around the Doctor Strange picture, just like in the movie when he trapped Wanda in the mirror dimension. At the back, there's nothing special to see. Opening the slipcover, you will see the figure itself, the Eye of Agamotto, and the alternate Headsculpt. And at the bottom tray, you get a glimpse of the Cloak of Levitation and some accessories that I'll show you guys a closer look later. On top of it, there are these hand gestures, 2 dragon effects, and the Book of Vishanti. Now let's take a quick look at the base. To me, nothing special with it. So let's move on to the next one, which is the Eye of Agamotto. I think it's different with the previous version, less detail on it, but still look okay. And this clear acrylic for posing the cloak. And it is the power dampener cuffs. It's plastic, and the paint is just okay. And the second head sculpt is just the icing on the cake. I love it. I just wish that they added more details on the third eye, but this one already looks fantastic and unique at the same time. We also got these swap out hands. They're similar to the previous versions, and these are the relaxed hands. And I believe this is for the spellcasting and sling rings. They're very well painted. And this one with the dragon mystical effects are my personal favorite. They have this translucent orange sculpt that fits into the fully painted head of the dragons. They look just magnificent and eye-catching. The Book of Vishanti, I love how they print every pages of the book. The paint is awesome, and it's very well sculpted. I like it. And the spell effects, they're exactly the same with the previous version of Doctor Strange. And you got these 2 sling rings for spellcasting, I believe. Very cool details on both. The Cloak of Levitation looks pretty accurate to the film, I think. And it's also got these blue fabric pads as we see in the film. And finally they gave us the split cut boots for the 4th Doctor Strange figure. Of course, it's much better for posing, and I love the design, the sculpt, and the paint is awesome. The tunic has a very different design from the previous movies. It is very well made. It has multiple layers of different textures on it. The fabric sits really nice on the body. The belt is much simpler than the previous version. I think some of it feels like leather, but these braces are fully sculpted and painted so well that you could see these intricate details. But still, they are very different designs from the previous movies. And look at the body. The proportion is so perfect to me. It's not too bulky. Looks very natural, just like a little human being wearing this tunic. And the details on the belt is excellent even at the back. It's got these little intricate strings tied to his belt. It's just amazing. Well, this head sculpt is beautiful. Excellent likeness to Benedict Cumberbatch in the film. And you can see his grey hair on both sides, which is accurate to the movie. And the hair sculpt is just the best that I've ever seen so far. The sculpt details is so sick. Looks very much natural, like real human hair. And the paint is really good. And you can even see his subtle fade of the goatee to the beautifully painted skin on his face. Hot Toys really has come a long way in their sculpting and painting techniques. And the strange thing is, they nailed all the Doctor Strange sculpts. The Cloak of Levitation looks pretty accurate to the film, I think. It's almost identical with the previous versions. The only difference is these blue fabric pads on the torn area at the back. And the one thing that needs improving is this part on top of the left shoulder. It just couldn't sit flush on it. I think they placed the magnets way too high. But I think with a little bit of futzing, you can still make it look better on the body. And the good thing is, this part is wired all the way down. And it's pretty sturdy. And the other side as well. Looks really cool. Even the bottom part all the way side to side. It's really nice that you can have him pose more dynamic. As I mentioned earlier, they included this clear acrylic mount that you could attach to the second dynamic stand, so that you could pose it levitating, and that is just so awesome. This figure is just so fun to play with. You can have so many options with the posing. So you can have him cuffed like this, and they are magnetic. Or you could have him casting his spells like this, which is really cool. You can also have him wear his sling ring on his fingers, or just have it tucked on the side of his belt, which is really nice. But these dragons' mystical creatures effects are just my favorite. I love the sculpt, and look at the details. The translucent orange sculpt is just amazing. These effects are just so cool, and I'm definitely gonna have him pose casting these dragon spells. For the first comparison, it's gonna be with the Infinity War version. And we got this Book of Vishanti for the new release, and the Book of Cagliostro for the OG, and they both have great details. The suit, I still prefer the OG design to the new one. It has way more details and looks more mystical to me. And the eye of Okamoto on the OG is much better sculpted and the paint is really great. While on the new one, the sculpt is a bit smaller with less detail on it. And the suit looks simple and more vibrant. I love this head sculpt. The expression isn't emotionless. The paint's also superb, but the furrowed brow is too much. Looks slightly unnatural. But to my eyes, this is the definitive sculpt for Doctor Strange. The likeness is just so strong from almost all angles. You can see the wrinkles around his eyes. The skin tone is better, but not by far. So if I gotta choose one, I'm gonna keep the new one over the Infinity War version. Then what about the infamous OG sculpt that everyone loves? The three-eyed sculpt's definitely unique for sure. The paint is identical with the main sculpt, while the OG also got a very strong likeness to Benedict Cumberbatch in the film. So both are excellent sculpts, that's what I think. Please drop a comment and let me know what you guys think. Which one do you prefer to keep in your collection? Is the OG the best in terms of likeness? And which has the better paint job? Are you happy, Steven? Give me the Darkhold. You can have it, just give me your Christine. My final thought on this. To me, personally, I think the new one's definitely a keeper. The likeness on the new Headsculpt is crazy good, not to mention we got two of them, and the three-eyed sculpt is so unique that I'm still not sure which one I'm gonna use on the figure. The body proportion looks so natural, the suit is well made, the material looks great and accurate to the film. But there's still room for improvement. First thing is these sculpts don't have that rolling eyeball system which Hot Toys use on almost their recent figures. Second, the magnet placement on the cloak should be lower so that it could sit flush on the body. And I wonder why would they change the sculpt of the eye of Agamotto. But overall, this is still a solid release from Hot Toys, and I still consider this figure one of their best releases in 2023. I think I'm gonna keep both versions because I just love the first movie, and the Infinity War is my all-time favorite from the MCU. And I like the horror tone in the Doctor Strange from the Multiverse of Madness. Him fighting the evil Scarlet Witch was just so awesome. And Hot Toys just nailed both versions of Doctor Strange figures. That's it for my review. Please click the like button if you like this unboxing and comparison. I still got a few life-size busts coming in, so a sub to my channel would be very much appreciated and magical. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one. Peace out.